Hello everyone and welcome to ICIMWS 2024. ICIMWS is an event that aspires to improve the general awareness of various mental health related aspects with a focus on skill building and knowledge enhancement. It is an initiative by the students and practitioners of counseling and family therapy to spread awareness on mental health topics. As part of this 3-week event, awareness campaigns are being run on several different topics. Skill development workshops are being conducted for students and practitioners, and webinars and panel discussions are being planned. For more information, please visit our website icimws.psychotechservices.com. Before we move on with today's agenda, a word of thanks for the organizations supporting this initiative: Manvay Wellness, Mannat, Psychotech Services, and Navodaya Kranti. Today's webinar is the first one of the series. Today, we will have sessions on the following topics: supporting my teen, the impact of peer pressure on body image, what keeps you up at night, substance use disorder, the power of forgiveness, how to promote family values in a changing society, why marriages are in trouble, and finally, small steps to relationship happiness. With this, let's move to the first session of the day. Today's first session is by Sheetal Khanna. The topic is supporting my teen. Sheetal Khanna has more than 2 decades of experience in the education industry. She has served in the capacities of headmistress, teacher trainer, academic head, school books curriculum writer, editor, mathematics teacher, and an e-learning specialist. Over to you, Sheetal.
Hello all, my topic is supporting my teen sail through during the turbulent years by developing, understanding, empowering and building a bond. Understanding my teen. Understanding is the first step to acceptance, and only with acceptance can there be recovery, J.K. Rowling, the author, said. Parents always wondering, do I know my teen? What has happened? Let us understand what is going on. Remember your teenage days? Let us start by understanding the physical and cognitive changes. Cognitive changes. These changes are in terms of developed reasoning abilities, critical thinking abilities, decision making abilities. With these new abilities, they start to understand and explore their environment. At the same time, start questioning different life processes. Better impulse control, they got conscious about body image and have better impulse control than in their childhood period. Conscious of performance, they get conscious while exploring and performing various activities. Physical changes. There are many physical changes that are happening in teens. They have overall growth in their physical appearance. They gain weight and height. They might get acne, pimples, or blackheads, growth of hair, facial, and different areas. Hormonal changes, which are not visible from outside, is also a very big part of their physical growth and has a huge effect on their emotional development. Sometimes they are not comfortable with all these changes. My rebellious teen. Let us understand and discuss the reflection of these changes as they are not comfortable, as my teen is not comfortable with them. So, what could be the reasons for these rebellious behavior? Self identity issues. An important aspect of every teenager's life is to create their own identity. They want to explore and understand more about themselves. They wonder why these changes are happening to them and whether it is normal. Expectations from parents or society play a very crucial role in making them a rebellion. Sometimes, when they know they cannot fulfill the expectation of their parents or society, they feel burdened and their behavior changes automatically. Peer influence. Teens want to become a part of their peer groups. For that, they take the dares and sometimes defy or ignore their parents. Access to technology. Excessive usage of technology and knowledge explosion can be a major cause of a rebellion. Stealing, drug addiction, porn addiction, and excessive usage of gadgets such as mobile phones, laptops, etc., become a cause of concern for parents and a reason for teenagers' rebellious behavior. Let us try and understand how to handle the rebellious teen. No, building a strong bond with them can definitely help in that. By building a strong relationship with your teen, you can handle him well. For that, the first step is communication. So, effective communication with my teen helps in building a strong bond, as Peter Drucker quotes that the most important thing in communication is hearing what isn't said. That is, what is not said, you have to hear it as well. So let us explore some pointers. Listening patiently, attentively, and to understand all the cues hidden also. Do not be judgmental or sarcastic. Ask open-ended questions and let them share. Seek their opinions, views, and perspectives. Explore their ideas with them. Share your viewpoints and connect. Explain your side for better connection. Communication is a key to build trust. They look up to you for your opinion and love. Now the question is how to build a bond with my team. So let's see some pointers to bond with them. Prioritize them. That is prioritizing their tasks. Make them feel that they are important to you. Be respectful and approachable. Make yourself approachable so that they can come to you as and when required. Talk to them respectfully. They will be more responsive and they may share with you. Navigate their feelings. Help them navigate their feelings. Give them space and freedom to share your worries and limitations and listen to theirs. This will help them think that you are also a human being. Motivate them. Life poses several changes for them every day. Keep them motivated so they can deal with any situation confidently. Validate their opinions and feelings to support them. Spend quality and fun time together with them. Sometimes what they need is just a hug and be told it is okay and I am here for you. Empowering my team. So all our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. Walt Disney said, you can empower your teens by talking to them and know what is their apprehensions. Some pointers to empower your teens. Discuss options. Ask them what went wrong and what could have been done differently to bring the intended results. Encourage them to trust themselves. Ask them to think what went wrong previously and learn from those mistakes. Help them understand who is their friend and who is not. Talk to them about their peers and help them to understand friendship rather than giving into the pressure. Talk to them about bullying. Talk to them about setting boundaries and rules. Encourage them to be independent. So, encouraging independence in my teen. The greatest gifts you can give your children are the roots of responsibility and the wings of independence. Dennis Whitley said, how can I encourage my teen? So, some pointers to encourage my teen are assign responsibilities. Give them the responsibility of completing a task at home, like doing a laundry, etc. Let them work independently. Working independently help them explore their strengths and weaknesses. Let them think and find their ways, like growing going grocery shopping, visiting a bank, etc. Guide, appreciate, motivate, and validate. Teens needed to be guided, appreciated, motivated, and validated in every aspect of work and life. Express it for their efforts and accomplishments for them. Show some small gestures of support. Offer verbal encouragement and small gestures of support like thumbs up or high five. Reward them on accomplishing the task. Rewards for accomplishing the task or reaching goals will boost them to keep going. Peer influence on my team. So, peer influence, we see a lot of students are, going for peers. They are listening to their peers more than their parents. So teens get influenced by their peers in both positive and negative ways. Acceptance from peers is so essential that they take risks and dares. They defy their parents and the social norms. So what we can see, positive influence is learning a new skill together in a group or participating in good activities like exercising, improved performance like getting good marks, and inculcate good habits like talking with patients, while negative influence is to indulge in bad habits like smoking and participating in wrong activities like not going to the class, bunking class. Performance hampers in that. So the consequences can be good or bad depending on whether it is a positive influence or a negative one. Social groups is so strong that sometimes they do unimaginable things. The overall impact is on their decision making capabilities. So we form friendship so that we can feel certain emotions like love and avoid others like loneliness, Sam Harris said. So influence, handling influence on my team. So let us discuss pointers for parents to handle the peer influence on their teens. What can we do? So conversations, deep conversation help them go into the thinking mode. Help them navigate their feelings and help them understand what is good for them. Wait patiently for them to come to you. They might not follow you, but they will definitely come around. Don't be judgmental when they come to you. Acceptance. Accept them with open arms. You are the only person that can do this for them. Be cautious and vigilant. Be more cautious and vigilant if they don't come and don't share. Explore on your own. Do efforts to find out what is happening. Assurance, give assurance and tell them you are there for them. This will be a relief for them that there is someone who will accept them unconditionally. Now, my emotional team, however difficult life may seem, there is always something you can do and succeed at it. Stephen Hawkins said, as parents, it is important to understand the emotional journey of a teenager and guide them through the changing happening inside and outside. Understanding their emotions will help you what steps to follow. We have already discussed many things. Let me remind you again. They cannot handle the physical changes well sometimes, don't know about their hormonal changes. So you need to talk to them about that. They're not satisfied with their self-image and performances. You are supposed to tell them that it is okay. It will change. This is a phase burdened by the expectations of society, of family, of peers. So peer pressure, low confidence or self-esteem, thrill-seeking behavior, the emotional journey of teens is like a roller coaster ride for them. So you are the only person who can get them through this well. How can I help my emotional teen? This can help them from a positive self-image and uh, avoid seeking guidance from the wrong sources. Discuss with them and guide your teens about the changes happening. Give assurance that it is just a phase. Equip them with knowledge by communicating with them. Awareness will help them face changes and issues and help them how to handle things. Lack of knowledge can lead to misconception and wrong ideas about themselves, which can cause them to be bullied or shamed by the peers or the family. Timely awareness can help them form correct ideas and avoid seeking guidance from the wrong sources. And the way we talk to our children becomes their inner voice, we should remember, said by Pega Umar. So, setting boundaries is very, very important with my teen. Setting boundaries and rules is an essential part of communication and healthy relationship with your teen. Boundaries and rules should be followed as a ritual, not to be imposed as punishment. Changes does not roll in all the wheel of inevitability, but comes through continuous struggle. Martin Luther King said. So let us see some pointers to set the boundaries with your children. So first is, what is the need? Need for boundaries and rules. Sit with your teen and help him, her to understand the need for it. Negotiate with them, discuss and decide together. Negotiation is a skill and they learn it if you do it with them. So, negotiate the terms, the times, usage of mobile, homework, spending time with friends, etc. Give them space to think. If they want to think over something, let them do it. Give them space and time to explore the possibilities, to discuss and negotiate with you. Listen to your team. Ask them to share regularly. Listen to them, what their views are. Follow up regularly. If you don't keep a follow up, they will not take this seriously and will never follow you again. Magical thinking or unusual thoughts, suicidal thoughts, or about harming self and others, substance abuse, extreme anger, and violent behavior. If he's hiding something from you, stealing, addictions different that I discussed before, failing in exams, illegal activities, running away from home, behavioral issues, emotional issues. So the time to seek help will depend on you and your time spent with your teen. For your reference, for help, I have given a number of an organization. The name is Telemanas is a comprehensive mental health care service of Government of India initiative. It is the national tele and mental health program of the Government of India. To know more about symptoms, please click on the link below and the phone number is also given for your reference. Thank you all.
Thank you, Sheetal. The next session is by Chitrali. Chitrali has worked on raising awareness of psychology related matters amongst youngsters living in slums. She possesses psychotherapy and counseling ability. She is passionate about helping others and is committed to working for the well being of children and adolescents. Over to you, Chitrali.
Hi everyone. I'm here to discuss about how body image is affected by peer pressure with an emphasis on building youth resilience. Have you ever looked at someone's picture and wished you could change something about your body? Do you start looking for diet plans and exercise routines to get you that dream figure? If you're starting to feel more self conscious about your appearance after observing others, it probably is low self esteem. Your body image is the way you think about your body. This includes your thoughts and feelings about it. These can be good or bad and can change from time to time. Our society's youth frequently encounter such notions. Body image concerns affect both boys and girls, and research suggests that girls are more likely to be dissatisfied with their appearance and their weight than boys. Well, we must remember that these young people are going through puberty, and the physical changes during puberty can make them become more conscious and self aware of their own body. When these young people in their growing years become more aware of their body and conscious about it, so there are chances that they might develop a distorted body image. Thus, it is important to understand what factors contribute to a distorted body image. The first is the societal beauty ideals and social media trends. These days, there are social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, where people are posting their content and have come out as influencers and have been creating social media trends where people are often looking at them and are trying to be like them. So these things can shape the way an individual thinks or feels about their body. There are some weight trainers and there are people who practice pilates. For example, in my life, when I was in my teenage, the K-pop industry and the Korean ideas and habits were on a large scale influencing all the youth, and that also made me want to try pilates, which is an exercise form. And that for that I did not consult any professional or did not check whether I really need to be doing this, but because I felt that it is in the trend, so I also followed them. So another factor is family and friends. Family and friend circle dynamics and their attitudes or comments can negatively affect an individual's view towards their body and weight. We may become preoccupied with looking a certain way and fulfilling those expectations. For example, in my school days, when I was in class 12th standard, so there were times when we used to meet unofficially, you would see how people would dress up and how they would be having a very good routine of going to gym right after school or maybe in the evening, which may have been something which that student did not require, but because they were doing, you also find it like, I think I also need to fit in this and I need to do this to be like them, to be in a position where I can be not out one odd one out in among these people. Then there are cultural and ethnic factors too. Body dissatisfaction or feeling negatively about appearance is common experience across different racial and ethnic groups. The culture you identify with can have a vast influence on your inner thoughts, feelings, and opinions. This in turn has the potential to significantly influence your body image perception. Other factors like age, gender, Any past traumatic experience or the degree of physical exercise one indulges in can also lead to a distorted body image. We as students and as parents also need to understand what can go wrong or what can happen when these body image issues are aggravated. At times, when peer pressure is a factor in how a child sees themselves, including body image is a big part of a child's self-esteem. If children don't like the way they look, their self-esteem will suffer, and a low self-esteem can lead to depression and anxiety too. If left unattended, the child may face further psychological difficulties. Also, as I mentioned before, during puberty, adolescents may have a distorted self image, like seeing oneself as larger or smaller than reality. Like when they are standing in front of a mirror and observing their own body, they might not be what they might be thin, they might be fat, but they assume that they are not what they actually look like. Also, the fear of gaining weight may lead to eating disorders. Some students might not be openly discussing about these things, like they might be binge eating, or they could be forcing themselves to throw up the food that they took that they ate so that they do not gain weight. Also, there are students and young people who have an obsession, which is an unhealthy obsession with exercise that could lead to severe body injuries or exhaustion, which can be at a danger level. So it becomes crucial to know the ways to nurture a positive body image. There are some ways that can help a person to feel more positive about their body, such as positive self-talk, where we can be talking positively about our body weight, and the way we look, our features. It also includes embracing your unique body. Not every body is same, and belonging to a different group or possessing different features should not be seen as lacking something. It should be like you have these and you will appreciate these. And also, we should appreciate how our body helps in daily activities. We carry out so many different activities throughout our day, and we take these for granted. But it is important to appreciate it. Connecting with people who have positive self image can eventually help us by developing a positive self image in ourselves too. When you have people around you who will have a positive effect on you, then it becomes an easier journey. Treating your body with care. When we talk about positive body image and treating our body with care, what I mean by that is we can try to maintain a hygienic body. We can do something that would make our body happy, like we can go for a massage, or we can try um, different methods of relaxing our body and not exhausting or forcing our body to be in a certain way. Wearing comfortable clothes is one of them. These young people usually are learning new skills or inculcating new ethics when they go to school. So these educational establishments become very crucial in forming how a person thinks, how a person treats other. So that's why these establishments can be essential in providing or teaching these students on how to counter harmful peer pressure and body images. There are various ways by which these education establishment can do so, like provide social emotional learning programs where these will be integrated in their curriculum, where the students will be taught essential skills like self-awareness, self-management, empathy, and responsible decision making. Empowering students to take on leadership roles. When I talk about leadership roles, what I mean is to promote positive role modeling where we encourage the students, staff, and other children to serve as positive role models for the young students by demonstrating healthy behavior, positive attitudes, and respectful interactions. Assigning peer mentors or skill staff. This majorly helps in creating a safe space for discussion where the students can openly discuss their experiences with peer pressure, body image, and other social challenges. Lastly, the provision of expressive art session. Here I would like to discuss a case study where expressive art therapy was very useful for a student who was suffering from anorexia nervosa. So, anorexia nervosa is a condition where a person has a distorted body image and thus they try to skip meals or they maintain a very strict regime for weight loss even though they were originally in a healthy range. So this is a girl who has recently gone to a new school and there her friend circle are mocking her or are body shaming her, and these experiences make her think that her body is fat although it is not according to the body mass index at that point. So within 3 months she dropped 9 kg and her body mass index was in a dangerous level, which had eventually affected her menstrual cycle also. To this, the mother of this child got concerned and consulted a doctor where it was diagnosed that she has nervosa anorexia nervosa and she needs some treatment. So, how did the expressive art therapy work for her? So, this professional had made her draw certain images through after giving certain cues. She made 3 or 4 images where first she drew herself, and in that she showed herself as a person who is very thin. The limbs are very thin, and the face is not very identifiable. Then she draws a picture where she shows how her relationship is with her mother. So, some of the reasons for her not being happy with her body was because of her distance from her mother, as she was living away from home in order to pursue another course in a school. And slowly, through these therapy sessions, the professional was able to identify and work on positive self image. And eventually, around the end of the sessions, she started drawing a moment where she actually enjoyed herself. There was a Christmas tree, and there were lots of people around her, and there were stars, and um, it had more details and more cheerful in nature. Thus, I feel that similarly for school students, expressive art therapy could work wonders because here the children have to work with not just drawing but also with the materials like colors and sketch uh, pencils, which show and depict the different emotions that these persons are feeling on in the form of a picture. In conclusion, peer pressure exerts a profound influence on youth body image perceptions, but fostering resilience through education, support, and self compassion can empower them to navigate societal pressures with confidence. I would like to quote what Marcus Aurelius, one of the Roman emperors, have said that everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Chitrali. The next session is What Keeps You Up at Night? The session is by Archana Puri, who is a freelance SMM specialist holding a BSc degree in life science and certified in organic farming. She has a deep passion for both agriculture and mental health advocacy. Over to you, Archana.
Navigating life challenges for teens. What keeps you up at night? Hello everyone, I am Archana Puri. Today I want to talk to you about something that affects all of us, especially during our teenage years, navigating life challenges. You see, being a teenager is tough. There are so many things that can keep us up at night, but I want you to know that you are not alone in this. Let's dive into some common worries and how we can overcome them together. Those worries and anxiety that can be feel pretty big, but guess what? They are totally normal. Left out or not fitting in. Have you ever felt like you don't belong or that you are not good enough? You are not alone who feels like this. Let me tell you, everyone feels that way sometime. But instead to try to squeeze into the group that doesn't quite fit, focus on your finding your own tribes. The people who gets you and appreciate your unique awesomeness. Think about clubs, sports and online communities where you can connect with the people and share your interest. Remember, being different is cool. It makes you what you are. And remember, it's totally okay to be a different. Worries about grades or upcoming tests. School can be stressful, especially when tests are looming. Here's the deal. Taking good care of yourself is the key. Make sure you get enough sleep, healthy food, and take a break to do things what you enjoy. Don't afraid to ask for help from a teacher, tutor, classmate. They are always there to support you. And remember, your worth isn't defined the single grades. Let's assume, let's say you have a big test coming up and you are feeling very nervous. Instead of panicking, take a deep breath and remind yourself that you have studied hard and done your best to clear that test. Reach out to teachers or friends if you need to understand the material. Feeling insecure about how you look. Feeling insecure about how you look. Social media can make it seems like everyone looks so perfect, but you know what? It's not real. True beauty comes from being yourself and embracing what makes you unique. Don't compare yourself with the others. Focus on your strength and the things you love about yourself. Surrounding yourself with the positive people who uplifts you, not to bring you down. Let's imagine whenever you see a picture of model and actress on a social media, you always wish to look like them. But instead of comparing yourself with others, Try to focus on your things that makes you unique and special. Not sure what to do after high school. The future might feel scary. Thinking about future can feel scary, but don't panic. It's okay to not have all answer yet. Take some time to explore your interests. Talk to your school counselor, teachers or mentor. For example, try to take internship or volunteer opportunity to discover your passion. Stressed about family argument. Argument at home can be really tough to deal with, but instead of letting them get you down, try to communicate openly with your family members and find healthy way to resolve the conflicts. Take a break when you need and spend time doing activity that makes you happy. And if you need someone to talk to, reach out to trusted friend, family member and counselor. Feeling pressure to do stuff you are not comfortable with. Maybe you have been invited to the party where you know there will be things that you are not comfortable with. The one's important, listen to your guts. If something feels wrong, it probably is. It's okay to say no. Set boundaries and communicate them clearly. Your comfort and well being always come first. Surround yourself with the people who respect your choice and support you in being true you. Concerned about bullying. Bullying is never okay. Remember, you deserve to be treated with the kindness and respect. If you are being bullied, don't suffer in silence. Talk to the trusted adult, a friend, a family member, teacher, and a counselor. There are people who cares about you and want to help. And remember, you are awesome exactly as you are. Having trouble with the friendship or crushes. Friendship and crushes can be tricky. Communication is the key. Take your time to getting to know someone and be clear about your boundaries. Remember, a healthy relationship make you feel good, not bad. If someone is bringing you down, it's okay to walk away. Worried about money. Money can be stressful, but you can learn to manage it. Budgeting is a great skill to have. Talk to your parents or guardian about the saving and responsibility spends. Assume that maybe your family going through the tough time financially and you are worried about how it will affect you. Instead of letting it bother you, try to focus on the things you can control, like finding way to save money or looking at part-time job opportunities. Struggling with the self-doubt. If you are feeling really down on yourself and doubting your abilities, instead of giving it to the negative thoughts, reach out to the someone you trust and talk about how you are feeling. We all doubt ourselves sometimes, but you know what? You are capable and amazing. Surround yourself with the positive people who believes in you. Celebrate your wins, bigs or smalls. And remember, it's okay to ask for help from a trusted adult, counselor and therapist. You are not alone. Feeling worried sometimes is totally normal. Maybe you are feeling really anxious about something and you are not sure what to do. Instead of keeping it bottled up inside, try to talking to someone trust about how you feeling. By reaching out, you can learn to cope with these challenges and feeling much better. Remember, you have got this. Take a good care of yourself and each other. Thank you.
Thank you, Archana. The next session is by Bhumika Garg, and the topic is substance use disorder. Bhumika has a passion for understanding and helping others navigate through life's challenges. She has counseled trauma victims, conducted psychological assessments, and also served as a school admission counselor. Over to you, Bhumika.
Welcome everyone to today's presentation on the substance use disorder. Let us begin with the little bit of introduction about the topic that we are going to discuss today. So, what is substance use disorder? So, basically, it is a complex and often misunderstood condition that deeply impact the individuals, families, and the communities worldwide. So, substance use disorder, often you have heard about the term addiction. So basically, we like a layman, in the layman language, we call it the addiction. So, substance use disorder is actually a problem, a medical condition, a chronic medical condition that is characterized by compulsive drug seeking, continued use despite harmful consequences, and a loss of control over one's substance use. So, basically, as we also have seen throughout the history, the substance use has been a part of our human culture, ranging from the traditional rituals to the recreational activities. However, when substance use escalates to the point of causing significant impairment in the daily functioning and the quality of life, it transitions into the substance abuse disorder, and it can affect the anyone, any age, any gender, any socioeconomic status or the background. And understanding substance use, substance abuse disorder needs a non-judgmental approach, because there is a lot of stigma that goes around the substance use. Like you have heard about, you may have heard about the topics that um, people often think that people who use drugs are the bad people, or it's their choices. No, it's not about it's not the disease. People often think that addiction is not a disease, but rather it's a choice. And some people even think that people who are addicted needs to be punished because they are ruining the society, but actually it's not their choice. So what goes here, we will delve deeper into as we go further into the presentation. But as for now, we can I can tell you that when a person start using the substance, any kind of substance, any kind of drug, any kind of alcohol, so there is a lot of things goes on the person's brain. It affects the person's brain, the neurological changes that occur in the brain. So that's why it goes difficult for a person to stop. So it requires help, a professional help. So in this presentation, we will delve deeper into the various aspects of the substance use disorder, including its various causes, and by fostering a deeper understanding, I hope substance by fostering a deeper understanding of the substance use disorder, I hope we can work towards the building more compassionate and the effective response effective responses to this pervasive health challenge. Thank you everyone. Once again, thank you everyone for joining us um, today as we embark on this journey of exploration and of the addiction. So let us start with the presentation now. Um, we will so let us discuss what we'll be going to learn in this presentation. So we will be able to understand what is substance abuse, factor that's called the substance abuse, um, like what causes the substance abuse disorder, and what are the different stages of the substance abuse disorder, how can we help people with their addiction, if someone close to us is suffering from the addiction, so what can we do to help him or her? um like um like even just saying that we are here to help you, and you are not alone. So but these are the things that we can do for a person who is suffering from the addiction. And some of the government, I have also listed some of the government rehab center for the drug addiction that is totally, I guess, totally free of cost. I guess government pay for that. And here are some famous personalities who struggle with the substance use disorder. As I listed them because there is lot of stigmas around this topic. So I thought, why not um, indulge into the some inspiring stories. So Robert Downey Jr. So he struggled with the heroin, alcohol, and the cocaine. Often, most of the people maybe known him as the Iron Man. So he even stated in one interview that stopping was not hard, but trying to not start again was the hard thing. So Robert Downey Jr. was an excellent and very inspiring personality who goes through a lot, but he just come up with every struggle he has faced. And also Sigmund Freud, yes, Sigmund Freud also struggled with the cocaine. He started it to experiment. He started to experiment to deal with his negative feeling and the um, to experiment. He just started to see what goes around the cocaine and what will happen if he take this. Will it be helpful in his negative feeling? And he seek the treatment after one of his patients died due to the overdose. I guess it was in 1899. And third one is the Ranbir Kapoor. He tried drugs in his college days, like usually the adolescents and the young adults do, for in the name of the experimentation. And now he's addicted to nicotine. He stated it in one of his interview. And by the way, nicotine is more dangerous than the other than the other substances. And the fourth one is Sanjay Dutt. We mm, uh, I guess he got really viral about his journey. He even stayed in the rehab for 2 years. He was very open about his journey on the substance abuse. And then there is Manisha Koirala, because there is a lot of stigma that women don't drink, and what and even if some and even if a woman is suffering from the substance abuse, the families do not seek the help to come forward, because it often think that, oh god, what will happen mm, to our family reputation. So yeah, Manish Koirala is also a very um, big inspiring story, um, who struggled with the drug addiction. So basically she started using the alcohol and the drugs as a coping mechanism. um, she stated that to relieve her pain, she started taking the alcohol, to think that alcohol is a solution, but it is not. Then there is Javed Akhtar. He is also a famous personality. He also was addicted to the alcohol, but seek the treatment later in his life. Then once again, what is substance abuse disorder? So substance abuse disorder is a complex disorder where a person is unable to control the intake of the illegal drugs and alcohol, which affect the person's brain and the behavior. So what happens when the person start taking the alcohol or any types of drug? So mm, um, there is a release of the dopamine, happy hormones, when a person takes the drug or any alcohol. So what kind of dopamine and okay, so dopamine is a happy hormone. So when a person takes any type of drug and the alcohol, the person feels the high amount of happiness. So to experience that again and again and again, the person start taking the alcohol or the drug by more often. And that's how a person develops a substance abuse disorder. So causes of the substance abuse, what causes a person to have a substance abuse? So there is a lot of combination of factors that can contribute to the risk of developing a substance abuse disorder. It includes the environmental factors, like if a child or if a person is coming from the background where the alcohol or the using of drugs was normalized, like in the Manisha Koirala talked about in a interview that his father used to drink alcohol, and taking alcohol was drinking alcohol was totally normalized in her family. So she started taking it and nobody questioned her. So a person who is coming from the background where the alcohol or any type of substance is normalized, then they are on the high there are the high chances that the person will start developing the substance substance uses, and that will convert into the substance abuse disorder. So the second point is social pressure. There is also a social pressure like uh, um, for example, if adolescent is sitting in his friends group or any type of peer groups, and all of their peers are vaping or smoking or any kind, or just taking any type of alcohol or consuming any type of drugs, then and if a person declines their offer, they often is seen as a uncool person, or what do you say, old thought person. And often people and often the child or the adolescent or the young adult start using it for the fear of being left out. So he or she maybe feel that they are being left out for the fun from the fun, so they start using it under the peer pressure. That's the peer pressure. Then there is the genetic vulnerability. um and the genetic vulnerability is like if like for example, if a mother, like if a person's so in the genetic vulnerabilities, if a child mother has taken any kind of drug or any kind of alcohol during her pregnancy, there is a high chance that the child was born a drug addict or the alcohol addict. So yeah, genetic also plays a very big role, big role in the substance abuse. And there is the individual personality characteristics. So individual personality characteristics, how does this factor affect the person's risk of developing a substance abuse? So if a person is like how do I say it, if a person is kind of a very comes from a very depressed personality, then a very introverted thing, so he or she might develop the risk of substance abuse. And there is the last one but not the least, but the mental health condition. Often the persons that has like the substance abuse disorder often coexist with the other mental conditions. For example, if a person is depressed, then if a person is depressed, then then there is a higher chances that he or she will turn to the alcohol and to relieve his her pain. So yeah, mental health condition like depression, PTSD, anxiety also affect the substance abuse. And there is the stages of substance abuse. So what um, substance abuse often progress in the stages. Like it's not like that the person just starts having any kind of substance or any kind of drugs or any kind of alcohol. It starts somewhere. So where does it start? It starts usually in the name of the experiment that the person usually have due to the peer pressure or with the fear of being left out. Then after the experimentation stage comes the regular use. Often the person who starts experimenting due to the peer pressure, now the person is using the substance more gradually and starts developing the tolerance. um, this happens because of the this also happens because of the peer pressure or the fear of being left out, or maybe the person is started enjoying the substance. Then the third stage comes the dependence. Now the person has the person's body has adapted the substance. Now it will be easier for the person to just take it, just to consume the substance. And the fourth one now becomes the problematic use. It starts when the person starts prioritizing it over daily work and the he or she might have started seeing the consequences that they are having due to the substance, by due to taking the substance, or due to or what they are consuming. And now comes the addiction, the fifth and the final stage. So even even in the problematic use, if the person sees the earlier signs and starts thinking that no, this is now causing the problem and I have to stop, but and still if the person does not stop, then the last stage comes the addiction. And now the person has fully lost the control of stopping themselves, because the activities that goes on the brain has now become the addict of the using substance. um, then the ways to help a person with the substance use disorder. So beside of the professional help, what we can do is educate and aware ourselves about this disorder. Like mm, we have often heard about the thing that addiction is a crime, or addiction is not a choice, but sorry, addiction is a choice, not a disorder. And we have often think that um, uh, people who got an addiction needs to be punished, or we have heard that um, they are addicted because of their choices, they do not have any willpower. But that's not the case. When you educate yourself and aware yourself, you will get to know that it is not the case. The person has tried and now it is now it is not in their control, it is out of the control. And now the building empathy. So second one is building empathy. So what is empathy is when you start listening to the person, or start empathizing them. So what happens when you start empathizing the person? They get to know that okay, there are someone, often there is someone who can help me. And and the people and the person knows that okay, if there is problem, I can reach out to the person, and they will help me. Then the third one is the coping skills development. So basically most of the time the person start the using of the alcohol or any kind of drug because as a coping skill management, as a coping skill, because to relieve some pain or to escape the reality. So by building the healthy and the happy coping skills can also help the person in the substance use, like meditation or painting or any kind of any new hobby that help the person in whatever they are feeling. Then there are some movies that talk about the substance use to getting aware about them. So there is Charles, Ram, Hare Krishna, Janbaz, Jalwa, Fashion, Devdi, Shaitan, Pankh. So these are some movies you can see after this presentation to get more aware about the substance abuse. And there is this government rehab center for drug de-addiction, like there is Institute of Medical Sciences Trust Mulana, district अम्बाला में है ये उम्मीद फाउंडेशन, गुरु कृपा फाउंडेशन, तुलसी हेल्थ केयर रामगढ़, and the Bhagat Phool Singh. So yeah, these are the government rehab center for the drug re-addiction. And thank you for having me, and here I raise my topic. I hope you will be now more aware about the substance abuse disorder. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bhumika. The next session is The Power of Forgiveness by Surojit Bhattacharjee. Surojit has over 25 years of experience dealing with different mental health and developmental issues within his family context. He is an engineer with over 2 decades of experience and has recently formally entered the field of psychology and counseling. Over to you, Surojit.
Hello friends, in ICIMWS 2024 under marital and family issues, presenting the power of forgiveness, healing marital and family wounds. We'll navigate through the issue and we'll start with the question of love and how it is important in forgiving in a relationship. Consider this statement. There is no love without forgiveness, and there is no forgiveness without love. Now, where it starts, hurt feelings in marriage, consider it is inevitable because problems between spouses and conflict between them happens all the time. The point is, it affects the spouses and it affects the entire family. The spouses will have conflicts in long-term marriages, but studies across the world have shown that there is a positive correlation between forgiveness and marital satisfaction. It actually predicts, marital satisfaction predicts forgiveness, and forgiveness often predicts marital satisfaction. The quality of marriage generally improves between the couple who forgive easier. So what will decide? Can you forgive or will you stay stuck? Just consider this. Your soul is much too deserving of freedom to stay stuck. So, how to process it? Well, here are my 10 points. Just reflect upon them. We have all gone through them, but just reflect upon it to gain some perspective. First point to remember, where it all starts. Offenses from the closest one hurt us the most. Where there is more love, the hurt is even more when you face offense. And similarly, when we do offend, the other person gets hurt most. But we all do hurt and we all get hurt by the nearest one. It does happen. Why does it happen? There is some emotional leverage that we hand over in love, and we also enjoy some emotional leverage. So do we change that? Please don't. That is how love works. It is how we feel connected. Your key is how successfully you can process that hurt. Can you make it a turn that will lend strength to the marriage and strengthen the bond and doesn't weaken it? Or will it be the other way around? Here comes my second point. Happiness in your marriage will depend a lot on how you respond to and you recover from these hurt feelings. Just keep thinking that both of you will stand to gain from it. Remember, your marriage draws strength from emotional well-being of both of you, not one of you, both of you. And no one can gain emotional wellness by deducting from the partner. So keep telling yourself, our happiness depends on happiness of both of us. Point 3, to forgive. How to start? How to think about forgiveness. Is it about justice? No, it is not about getting even. It is not about justice at every point. Remember, a symmetrical shape is not formed in a relationship in conflict points. Some points we do get hurt, some points we do hurt. The two of you are not prosecutors and respondents in those situations. So, who is the prosecutor? Just think about it. The hurt, the negative feelings, the emotions, these are the prosecutors. And who is it questioning? It is questioning your love and the validity of the relationship itself. So in that case, both of you are respondents, aren't you? So win that case, win that battle. Forgiveness, what is it about? For whom we are doing it? Believe me, forgiveness is more about the person doing the forgiving. It is also about the person being forgiven, but it is more about the person doing the forgiving because it benefits you the most if you are doing the forgiving. How does it benefit? It will lighten your burden of stuck emotions. It reduces your anxiety. It lets you sleep better. It reduces your muscle tension. It will also improve your self-esteem. And don't we value such things? We do, right? So the next step, how to start. So far we have seen what are the benefits, but how to start the process. Start the process by internal reconciliation with yourself automatically each time. You have to practice it, but reconciliation with yourself is the enabler, the first step to forgive your partner. What does it do? Self-reconciliation will reset your mind to the right starting point. Self-healing gets you to a healthy state of mind to look outward. What is the second point to think? The point is, do not consider ceasefire as a solution. A mere ceasefire cannot rebuild the trust, and that is what we are trying to rebuild, right? After the conflict. So it is not about holding on to your weapons, waiting for the right moment so the war can begin again. It is about abandoning the negative and offensive emotions. And these are the weapons. Are the weapons directed at your partner? To some extent, but it is more directed towards you because it is hurting you most. If you want, take time off, but do not take time off to gather aggression, but take time off to gather good memories. You can practice self-love and see how important the marriage is for you to feel great. Well, we cannot solve it. Can we request a third party to intermediate? Well, you can bring on external help, but remember, you have to talk to yourself first and then talk to your partner and ensure that both are on the same page, both want it at that time. So If both are ready, only then intermediation can be good. And one more criteria for intermediation is both of you have to have optimum trust for the third party that is intermediating. Otherwise, it cannot work. And both of you have to have reconciled implicitly, internally, before bringing in the intermediary. Now, what does it do, forgiveness? It actually induces greater commitment to the relationship. So, once we forgive or are forgiven, we emerge from the incident together. We can value how much the relationship means to us. This greater respect for the relationship will make the later hurtful experience easier to handle. It will be more tolerable. Now, what we've talked about so far is forgiving. But you may ask, what about seeking forgiveness? I'll not be always the person who has who got hurt. I may be the person who is hurting. In that case, what to do? Well, you are the person seeking forgiveness then. So what happens? It often takes a lot of strength, just believe this, to to seek forgiveness genuinely, as it takes strength to forgive. So do not seek forgiveness just to reconcile. Do it to feel better, to give respect to the relationship. Non-verbal expressions can also work, but emphasize on what has gone wrong from your end and how you can make it better rather than just saying sorry. And you can also take help from your partner. It can make you do better next time, and it will make the bond stronger. It will make your partner realize that you are sincere about the forgiveness. The last one. Remember, we are all predisposed to revenge as human beings. But the good thing is, here is the good news. We are all somewhat have the urge to feel loved and be connected. The equation is how to make this urge to feel loved overcome our urge to retaliate. It is not easy to take the perspective of the other person. It takes time, it takes effort, it can take practice also. But consider what strength you are drawing from the relationship, what it means to you, and what it means to your emotional well-being. And this session was about emotional well-being, right? So we are in the end. What we take away from it? One, remember forgiveness is not your compulsion to your partner. It is your choice. It is not one even to the marriage. It is one, however, to yourself. How? Because it benefits you the most, as we have studied. So remember, you practice it together to emerge better and to have better mental well-being. To finish with, just remember what Nelson Mandela recollected from the moment he was coming out of jail. He said, I knew if I didn't leave my bitterness and hatred behind, I'd still be in prison. So, my friends, do not be in prison. Forgive, seek forgiveness, and emerge out stronger with better mental wellness. Thank you.
Thank you, Surajit. The next session is by Dr. Suresh Bhardwaj. The title is How to Promote Family Values in a Changing Society. Dr. Bhardwaj is a lecturer of political science in Education Department, Haryana. He is also the block coordinator of Legal Literacy Mission and president of Bharat Vikas Parishad Loharu. Over to you, Dr. Bhardwaj.
Good evening to all. Today I am presenting my topic, how to promote family values in changing society. In today's fast-paced and ever-changing society, promoting family value has become more important than ever. With the rise of technology, social media and other distractions, it can be challenging to upload traditional family values. However, instilling these values in our children and maintaining them within our own lives is crucial for building strong relationship and creating a sense of unity within the family unit. Now we discuss about my topic, which is issue effects on the society which are more effective on the families and the society's impact. Number one, factors contribute to decrease in family values. The most significant changes in terms of the family structure have been the decline in the number of children a couple has and division of both domestic and paid work between the parents. The role of education in shaping family values. Value education is the process by the which people learn to develop and live according to their values. Families play a vital role in this process as they are the first and most important source of values for the children. Parents model behaviors and guide how to act the respond to certain situations. Other one, the impact of socio-economic factors in family values. Some of the major dimensions include the level of economic growth, level of education, level of health services, degree of modernization, status of women, level of nutrition, quality of housing, distributions of the goods and service and access to the communication. These are the major issues which affect on the families decreasing of the values. Next one is the decrease in family value, a global phenomena. This is a very large question around us. When we see all around in the world, every society is facing this type issues. So we discuss about this. What is the main reason of this decrease in family values is value in a global phenomena. First one, impact of modernization on traditional family values worldwide. Modernization has brought about significant change in the way people live, work and interact with each other, which had made a profound impact in traditional family values. Some argue that modernization has weakened traditional family values, while others believe that it has strengthened them. The other one is exploring the shift in family dynamics in different culture and societies. The family performs several essential functions for the society. In socialized children, it is provide emotional and practical support for its members. It helps regulate sexual activity and sexual reproduction, and it is provide the members with the social identity. The role of technology in changing family structure across the globe. The development of a digital information age has shaped family communication from face-to-face interaction to communication mediated by the technology, resulting in changes in communication patterns and the emergence of a solitary lifestyle with the family. The other one is, what role does technology play in diminishing family values? Firstly, we discuss main these points, the impact of technology on family communications. The positive aspects of technology, such as the ability to stay connected with loved ones who are far away, but also delve into the potential negative consequences, such as decreased face-to-face interaction and the erosions of traditional family values. Offer practical tips and strategies for the finding in healthy balance between technology use and quality family time, ultimately aiming to strengthen family bonds in digital age. Other one, technology shape modern family dynamics. Yes, this is a very complicated and very important points of modern stage, which provides all types of family decreases in values. Like this, technology shape modern family dynamics. Technology and digital literacy can create disparities among family members, leading to potential conflicts and misunderstandings. Explore ways in which families can bridge this divide, fostering and supportive environment where everyone can benefit from technology while maintaining strong family values. Highlight the importance upon the communication, setting boundaries and promoting digital literacy within the family unit. Fourth reason, why is the important to promote family values in a changing society? What is the important? हम सब ये इतना ज़्यादा क्यों कर रहे हैं कि परिवार में जो पारिवारिक मूल्य हैं उनको बढ़ावा दिया जाए? The challenges faced by the families today is society and the importance of promoting values such as respect, communication and support to strengthen family relationship. And this one first is the impact of family values on society. Second, nurturing stronger family bonds in modern times. And third one, building a foundation of future generations. What are the challenges of promoting family values in changing society? This is the most relevant question is arising upon the society. This is false. In this concept, we discuss about what is the main challenges before the society, or in this one, this is first false concept of the freedom. Today we hear everyone to slogans for individualism, autonomy, independence, self-fulfillment, freedom, etc. The root cause of the negative sign we see in the families is in the fact of degradation of the human freedom as what our selfish ego would like to do. Other one, depersonalize and dehumanize society. This is the major cause to decrease of the family values in the society. Our society is becoming more and more dehumanized and depersonalized day by day. Money, pleasure, competitions and self-interest are valued more than the person's good dignity and value. It is in the place of fraternity and communication, polarization, fundamentalism and distrust are taking roots in the society. Love, justice, peace, respect for the other are gradually vanishing from the human relationship. Any kind of the violence is inflicted on a people. This is family relationship are also affected by the mentality. Other one, consumeristic culture. Consumerism resides in our societies. People buy and accumulate any number of goods without considering its necessity, and it is even taking loans and just credit cards. It is estimated that it in consumerism Kerala is the first place among the Indian states, and so we have more number of TV, automobiles, mobile phones, big houses, beauty parlors, jewelry, soap, cosmetics, soap, etc. Other one, negative influences of media. Media, TV, cinema, internet, cyber, clinics, mobile phones, newspapers create and fear of a new culture because of the media. Scrantness of the family values like marital fidelity, family commitments are denigrated. These values are presented as a burdensome and detrimental to the personal developments of the individual person. Consumerism is fostered again through this media. Pornography is entering in the century of the family life and destroying the peace of mind of the members, where media, especially TV, dominate academic achievements of the children tends to the lower their sensitivity to violence is dulled, sexual immorality is taken for the guaranteed. Other one, male domination. Thou ideally despite male domination or the discrimination against women are still prevalent in our society. There are abused sexually, mentally and physically in society, and it is in the family also. In the place of the inferior superior attitudes, equal partnership of sexes must be fostered, and that the should become the basis of the healthy family relationship. But the pervasive gender equality prevent women from asserting their rights. Globalization imports not only products but also values. Often they are unethical. A database morality and a culture devoted of the family values like free on unions, trial marriages, same-sex marriages, divorces, abortions, free sex, free marital, extramarital relationship are also imported. Now we discuss about some strategies for the promoting family values in changing society. In this section we discuss about some strategies to provide the family become gaining their family values for the society. Number one, communication. Open and honest communication is the key of promoting family values. Encourage your family members to share their thoughts, feelings and concern with each other. This will help build trust and strengthen your relationship. The other one is quality time. In a society that is constantly on go, it's important to make time for your family. Schedule regular family dinners, game at nights or outing for spend quality time together. This will help foster a sense of closeness and connection among family members. Other one, set boundaries. With the prevalence of technology and social media, it is important to establish boundaries within your family, set limits of screen time, encourage face-to-face interaction, and create age-free zones in your home to promote real connection. The other one, lead by example. As parents and caregivers, it is important to model the value you want to instill in your children. Show respect, kindness, honesty, and empathy in our interaction with others. Your action speaks louder than words, so be a positive role model for the family. Teach empathy and compassion in a society that can sometimes feel divided. It is crucial to teach your children the importance of empathy and compassion. Encourage them to consider the feelings and perspectives of the other and to show kindness and understanding in their interaction. Other one, foster independence and responsibility. Encourage your children to take and responsibility within the family, such as chores, caring for pets, or helping with younger siblings. This will help teach them the value of hard work, cooperation, and dependability. Seventh, celebrate traditions. Family traditions are a great way to reinforce values and create lasting memories, whether it is a holiday celebration, a special meal, or a yearly outing. Make time to celebrate and honor your family traditions. Seek sports. Building a strong family unit can be challenging, especially a changing society. Don't be afraid to seek support from friends, family members, or counselor if needed. Talking through challenges and seeking advice can help strengthen your family relationship. The last one is be consistent. Consistency is the key when promoting family values. Set clear expectation and hold family members accountable for their action. By staying true to your values and expectation, you can create a sense of stability and security within your family. Now we conclusion. Promoting family values in a changing society requires intentional effort and commitment. By communicating openly, spending quality time together, setting boundaries, leading by examples, teaching empathy and compassion, fostering independence and responsibility, celebrating traditions, seeking sports, and being consistent, you can build a strong foundation of values within your family. Remember that family is the most important unit in the society, and investing in your family relationship will have a lasting impact on future generations. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Bhardwaj. The next session is Why Marriages Are in Trouble by Lieutenant Colonel Minnie Saxena. Minnie serves as a counselor in Defense Forces. She is working on spreading awareness on mental health in the far-flung areas of India. She is a keen educationist and has experience of managing army schools and Kendriya Vidyalayas across India. Over to you, Minnie.
A very good afternoon to you all. I, Lieutenant Colonel Minnie Saxena, is going to highlight a very important issue of our society, marriages, and why are they in trouble. I'll be speaking and covering my presentation under certain headings that will include what is the institution of marriage, trends and escalation, expectations from marriages, where are we going wrong, and is marriage a problem or a solution, and can marriages be protected? As we immerse ourselves in modernity, Indian society is surely finding an altogether new meaning of marriage, at least in some cases where marriage signifies part compromise, part adjustment, and a minuscule part called love, while earlier having personality differences with the life partner was considered to be the spice of the relationship. Now these very individual differences have started spelling down for Indian couples. Imagine you tell your spouse she cooks pathetic food and having a dossier called divorce papers home delivered to you next day. Shocking, isn't it? Well, that precisely is happening in our families right now. So what? What do experts say about marriages? Now let's view some definitions for marriages. Marriage consists of the rules and regulations which define the rights, duties and privileges of husband and wife with respect to each other. Famous American sociologist Lundberg has given his views on marriages. Second definition which I have chosen is by Horton and Hunt. He says, marriage is the approved social pattern whereby two or more persons establish a family. Now why I have chosen these two definitions is to generally make people in layman terms aware as to what marriage basically means. However, the issue remains further very complex, and as the trends are moving on, we can see the marriage has taken a very complicated state. So, what are the trends of escalation in marriages? While India stands first in world with the lowest rate of divorce, with only 1% of marriages ending up in divorce, whereas the percentage of data of developed nations of the world is much more higher. But that lower divorce rate means happy marriages. Divorce is still considered a taboo in large parts of our country. Idea of divorce is still very unusual in rural parts of India. Although there are separations, but couples often do not ask for divorce legally. It is more than just social pressure that prevents people from seeking a divorce. Our entire socio-economic, cultural and political framework is built on the blueprint of the household unit. So, what are the expectations of marriages? So, few of them I've listed, like financial support, sharing responsibilities, love and affection, respect and honor, care and support, scope for disagreement, raising families, commitment, trust, emotional support. We all know this, but believing that marriage should always be a source of constant joy and fulfillment is an unhealthy expectation. In reality, all relationships have their ups and downs, and it's normal to experience challenges. Marriage required commitment and continuous nurturing. For a healthy marriage, quit expecting your spouse to be flawless or meet all your needs. No one is perfect, and it's essential to accept and love your partner for who they are. Hoping that there will never be any conflict or disagreement in the marriage is an unrealistic expectation. Partners can always have the same interests, goals and perspectives. It's natural to have individual differences. Assuming that your spouse should understand your thoughts and feelings without explicit communication is another sign that you are keeping false expectations. Healthy communication is crucial for understanding each other's needs and desires. With this, we'll now speak about where are we really going wrong. So few of them I noted down here: the changing roles, changing family patterns, increasing materialism, ease of separation, social securities, demanding lifestyles, absence of defined roles. Divorce nowadays is no more a taboo, in a sense, as more and more people are realizing that they no longer have to stay in marriages. We often fail to display love to our partners, which is the primary cause of divorce. In today's world, roles of family members are changing. It's very common to see single parents with children, people not hiding their status of being a single father and a single mother. With both partners working, the age-old defined roles for men and women have changed, and many times this often leads to differences. Today families have become materialistic. Happiness is often measured in terms of luxury and fancy items. The real pleasure of a family is diminishing in the light of materialistic pleasure. The stressful lifestyle is one of the major factors of increasing divorce rates. It often becomes difficult for people to maintain work and family balance, which adds on to the frustration of the individuals. With modernization, seeking divorce has become very easy. Even for the slightest of the differences in ideas, couples keep this option handy. With all these issues involved, the challenges to keep the marriage is becoming difficult. However, with early intervention and better understanding, the marriages can be saved. So, is marriage a problem or a solution? No relationship is without its challenges. So few of these challenges I have written, like keeping unrealistic expectations at bay, finding happiness elsewhere, virtual world, degradation of familial roles, financial burden, responsibilities. So in terms of marriages, if we see, in older times, marriages used to be a sacred institution, and people used to take it as their duty to fulfill the responsibilities of the families. Roles of the spouses were clearly determined by the social factors, and there used to be seamless execution of duties by the partners, which primarily included looking after family members, raising children and their education, involvement of the elders of the family members in the household issues, and so on. Divorce and separations were considered taboo. However, in the modern times, the roles of elders in families is negligible. Changing lifestyles, financial independence, growing materialism, upbringing of the children, stressful working conditions, and intrusion of social media in our lives, it taking a center stage in families and making it difficult for the people to sustain a healthy marriage life. So, now we have to think, can marriages be protected? Few of them I have tried to incorporate in my presentation, and I'll be speaking about them. First, cultivating empathy. Marriage can be both a fulfilling and tumultuous journey with its highs and lows. At the beginning of the marital life, all may seem happy and stable. But as life unfolds, differences may begin to appear. There can be moments when the bonds between the partners feel strained and on the verge of breaking. The disagreements, resentments, and misunderstanding can create a chasm that seems insurmountable. Still, efforts can be made to save it from the fall. So, cultivating empathy. Making a conscientious effort to comprehend your partner's point of view and acknowledge their emotions. Empathy involves immersing yourself in their experiences, recognizing the validity of their feelings and appreciating their unique emotional needs. Embracing compromise. Embrace the concept of compromise willingly. seeking solutions that resonate with all involved parties. This may entail discovering a middle ground or making concessions to reach resolutions acceptable to anyone and everyone. Sharing responsibilities in situations where personal contributions have fueled conflict. Take responsibility for your actions. Offer sincere apologies when necessary, showcasing a genuine commitment to implementing positive changes. Effective communication. Commence by cultivating an environment that champions open and honest communication. Establish a safe place wherein each party feels free to articulate their thoughts, feelings, and perspectives without the looming fear of judgment. Couples must engage in reflection, examining the issues contributing the current state of their marriages. Developing healthy conflict resolution. Recognizing the inevitability of conflict, couples can navigate these challenges effectively by developing healthy conflict resolution skills. This involves assertively expressing needs, actively listening to each other's perspectives, and collaboratively finding compromises. Shifting the focus from blame to solutions can transform the dynamics from destructive to constructive. Patience and perseverance. Saving a marriage on the brink of divorce necessitates a process that demands time, patience, and unwavering perseverance, healing wounds, and rebuilding trust that require a concerted effort from both partners. Celebrating small victories, sustaining commitment to the journey, and acknowledge that progress may unfold gradually are essential elements of the transformative process. And last and the most important one is seeking professional help. Consider consulting a marriage counselor or a therapist. Introducing a neutral third party capable of providing valuable guidance, facilitating communication, and offering insight that may prove challenges to attain without professional intervention. That will definitely help saving the marriages, if not completely, but in a positive effort in the field of protecting the marriages can be made. With this, I would like to conclude my presentation, and any questions are welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Minnie. The next session is Small Steps to Relationship Happiness. It is also the last session of the day and it will be taken by me. So let's get started. Today we will look at something super important, building a happy and strong relationship with your partner. Let's be honest, relationships aren't always sunshine and rainbows. There are disagreements and sometimes it feels like you're on a wild ride. But here's the good news, there are ways to make things better and create a more joyful connection with your special someone. This session delves into the secrets of a happy relationship based on something called the RDAS. Don't worry if the name sounds fancy, it's just a tool that helps you understand relationships better. Today, we will explore the three main parts of the RDAS and break it down into simple steps you can use every day to build a stronger, happier relationship with your partner. In the end, we will also share a secret ingredient to happiness in marriages. So grab something to drink, a glass of water, a cup of coffee, or something harder. Cuddle up with your loved one or get ready to take notes. And let's get started. In the first section, we talk about consensus, and it's all about finding things that you both agree on with your partner. Um, Think of it like putting together a puzzle. The pieces need to fit right to make the whole picture. Consensus focuses on three things: making decisions together, shared values, and nurturing affection. Decisions can be general everyday decisions or major life altering decisions. Consensus goes beyond big decisions. Almost everyone who has been in a relationship has been in a disagreement about who picks the movie or where to go on vacation. It's natural. Different individuals have different opinions, so disagreements will happen. But instead of letting these disagreements turn into arguments, why not work together as a team? The key is to talk things out. Tell your partner how you're feeling and what kind of movie you're in the mood for. Maybe you both want to relax, or maybe you're looking for something exciting. Look at different options together and find something that both of you enjoy. Remember, compromise doesn't mean giving up something you want, it can be win win too. Finding a solution that makes everyone happy. Even daily tasks like chores can be a source of tension or fun. What do you think? Turn those chores into something you can do together. Put on some music you both like and make it a game. You might be surprised how much fun you can have folding laundry or washing dishes together. The next big thing is shared values. Shared values are like a compass for your relationship. They guide you towards the same goals and create a sense of stability. Now, you won't agree on everything, and that's okay. The important thing is to discuss what's truly important to each of you: family, religion, money, life goals. Find the core values you can both support and build your relationship around them. Open communication is key here. Listen carefully to understand each other's point of view and find common ground. The next big thing is to nurture affection. Show you care about your partner. A quick hug, a funny meme you saw online, or even just helping with chores. These little things add up to big happy feelings. Don't forget to set aside some special time for just the two of you, like a movie night or a walk in the park. Shared hobbies, and just natural physical intimacy. We've just discussed the importance of talking things out for finding common ground. But what are some real life tips for communicating well in a relationship? First, listen up. Pay close attention to what your partner is saying, both with their words and their body language. Then see things from their side. Try to understand how they are feeling and acknowledge that perspective. Use I statements. Express your needs and feelings in a way that doesn't blame your partner. Then you need to become problem solvers. Instead of dwelling on the problem, work together to find a solution that works for both of you. And finally, show love. Those small acts of affection go a long way, a very long way in making your life heaven. In the next part, we'll talk about building trust and security. Satisfaction is the second pillar of relationship happiness. Feeling happy and secure within your relationship, it's like having a warm blanket on a cold day. It provides a sense of peace and comfort. This can be achieved by building a sense of stability and resolving conflicts effectively. Building trust and security involves nurturing routines that feel comfortable yet fresh. Celebrate milestones together, big or small. It can be a promotion, a new haircut, or simply a delicious dinner you cook together. Show appreciation for your partner's efforts. A simple thank you for taking out the trash or doing the dishes goes a long way. Let's face it, arguments are normal, but the key is managing them in a healthy way. Focus on finding solutions, not assigning blame. Listen actively, acknowledge each other's feelings. And if things get heated, take breaks. Remember that you are ultimately on the same team. Life throws curveballs sometimes, difficult situations happen, but you and your partner can face anything together. You have to be there for each other. You have to offer unwavering support and practice gratitude through difficult times. Remember the strong foundation you have built and your commitment to overcoming obstacles together in your life. In the next part, we discuss about strengthening your bond, shared activities and open communication. These form the third pillar of happiness in relationships, which is called cohesion. The activities you share and how openly you communicate with your partner determines this. Doing things together is a fantastic way to have fun and feel closer. It can be anything you both enjoy: playing games, trying a new recipe, or going for a walk in the park. Shared activities create happy memories, spark conversation, and build a sense of shared purpose. Oh, and now it's time for the secret ingredient. So, what is the secret ingredient? Any guesses? The secret ingredient is open communication. Yes, is that obvious? It's open communication. So, what is open communication? These are some ideas to communicate openly. Share your aspirations, dreams, and hopes. Don't just chat about what's for dinner. All those operational discussions, they are all right. They have their importance, but don't just limit your conversations to them. Talk about your day, your dreams, even your silly worries and fears. Listen carefully and try to understand how your partner is feeling. The more you talk openly and honestly, the closer you will feel to each other. Here are some additional tips for open communication. Pay attention to your body language and your partner's body language. Make eye contact. Avoid crossing your arms. Lean in to show how you are engaged. Then, as we discussed earlier, use I statements. Instead of saying, "You always make me late," sort of blaming the other person, try to put it like this: "I feel stressed when we are rushing in the morning." So this conveys to the other person, what you are feeling, and probably also give some ideas to the other person how they can change their behavior so that you don't feel rushed or anxious. Then ask open-ended questions, questions that require more than a yes or no answer. Using open-ended questions encourages deeper conversations. So it helps you understand each other much better. It helps you understand what is going on in the other person's mind. Sometimes, there's something which is up in the other person's mind, and we are so busy in ourselves, in our routines, we don't get the time to ask the person to understand what is happening. And this is very important. Uh, if you have deeper conversations, you will understand your partner better. So, how can couples keep the spark alive in their relationship? That is a great question, right? Here are a few ideas. You can plan special date nights, make time for each other, even if it's just a night in with, a movie or dinner. Okay, the idea is to spend time together, spend couple time. Okay, even if you have a child, even if you have a huge family to take care of, you should make couple time sometimes. Then you can try new things together, shared activities. Take a cooking class, go hiking, learn a new dance together. Step outside your comfort zone. Stepping outside your comfort zone can create fun memories and also shared experiences. Then express. You need to show affection. Don't forget the little things. A hug, a kiss, a compliment. These things can go a long way in showing your partner that you care. You should say I love you right now. I mean, look around. If your partner is around right now, just go ahead and say I love you to the person. Let's take 15 seconds. Do it. How did that feel? Next, building a happy and strong relationship takes a little effort every day, not just grand gestures. So, to recap, by working together on the ideas we discussed, you can take small steps that lead to a lot more fun and happiness together. Remember, a relationship is like a garden, it needs to be nurtured and cared for to flourish. So, here's a quick recap of the three pillars of the RDAS that we looked at today and some easy tips to keep in mind. Um, you can take a screenshot of this or come back later. This session should be saved as a video. So, by focusing on these three pillars and taking small steps each day, you can cultivate a happy and fulfilling relationship with your partner. Remember, even small gestures can make a big difference. So don't wait for a special occasion. Engagements, anniversaries, all those things will come, they will go, New Year parties, festivals. You don't need to wait for those occasions. Today is the right day to start. You should start strengthening your relationship today, right now. So that was it. Thanks for being there. I hope in this session you got some practical tips and strategies to build a stronger, happier relationship with your partner. Remember, a happy relationship is an ongoing journey, not a destination. There will be ups, there will be downs, but by working together and focusing on the good things, you can create a lasting bond filled with love, joy, and most importantly, connection. So that was it. For more tips on relationship happiness, check out the resources on our event website. The link should be there in the session description. We would also love to hear your thoughts and experiences. So share your comments and questions below if you haven't already. Thank you once again, and here's to happy relationships. So now that we are done with the sessions for the day, it is time for a Q&A session.